my pub when I was young was the Skelmersdale.
Was it?
Yeah. Skelmersdale, yeah.
Burntwood,
yeah. I was underage then. Used to when I was still at school actually when I first started to be it. Because my mate, remember Jackie Webster?
Oh yeah, Coffee, yeah.
Yeah, Jack, yeah. But his granddad was the cocky watchman at Shuko.
Was he?
Yeah, we used to go keeping him with the company, and then he said, oh, we just got to have a couple of quick halves. And then the Skelmersdale, and there were some characters in there as well.
Yeah, I can bet there was.
Market Gate, had a few in there. We were there, when it shut, we were the last ones in when it shut.
Waiting.
Yeah. That shut, the first time they moved Bank Holiday Monday, August Bank Holiday Monday, till the last week in the month. It used to always be the first Monday.
It was, I remember, yes.
And I would think it would be 1970, I would think. Because my dad died in 1969 and they were building these shops up here. And the Market Gate as it is now, that was built as a shop. And me and Brian Gasson, we did all the brickwork when they altered it, decided to convert it back into a pub.
Yeah.
Harry Tong was the contractor.
You'd see lots of Ernie Barker in the Market Gate, wouldn't you?
Oh, Ernie, yeah, he was a regular in there, Ernie, yeah.
With his mate Billy Shaw.
And Alf Pierce, he was a regular.
Oh, from the shop higher up, yeah.
Yeah, William Smith.
No,
Harry Patterson, they used to be
Harry, yeah.
the famous half-back line. Pellin, Porter and Patterson. Eh? And many times they never got back from Stormy, eh?
Sandy Lane had a lot of side streets. Sadly, Hutton Road and Witham Road are the only ones remaining. Others, including Peel Street, are still remembered, but some have been forgotten altogether.
Yeah, right facing the Vic, there was an entry in between the two shops.
Yeah.
There was Noreen's shop, an entry.
Yeah.
Where you could get ready to them cottages where Tommy also lived.
Yeah.
Then there was two shops. Walt Giller had one for a while, and Ramsbottom, the builder,
yeah,
he had it. And then there was about 4 or 6 cottages where Ronnie Webster lived in. Harold Jump and them lot. And then right at the back was these two houses, and they faced onto the railway.
They looked onto the railway area.
Railway View, they were called, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And did you know that do you remember York Street, smallest street in Skem?
York Street? Yeah. Never heard of it.
We know where the Briscoe's Butchers was.
The bottom of Sunderland?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well that little side road up there, there was one house in it. Fella, I don't know what his name was, he always had a big Airedale dog. In between Tommy Morris's garage.
Yeah, yeah.
And the Butchers. It was York Street.
So it must have only been that dirt road then, mustn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
And there was one house down there?
One house, yeah.
Never heard of that, certainly.
There was one house and it was attached to like a barn. There was like a barn attached to it. And there used to be a little stream, a little brook run down the side of there. And it used to come in from Bromler Paths up that way somewhere. And it used to go on the road where it went to, God knows. But we had a thunderstorm one night, and Joe Walters, who used to live at top of Sandy Lane, he catched a bloody big snake, and it was about a yard long. And he caught it at front of Tommy what's name's, no, he sold the bikes and everything.
Oh, Foster's?
Tommy Foster's, yeah, in front of there, yeah. Because it was prone to flooding. You got a bit of rain down there, that brook used to overflow. Jenny Hughes's.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah.
And then Georgie Lloyd had his place a bit further down.
Yeah. What was it you were saying before about Charlie Bunting when he used to come in the house?
One night he went in, spit on the sideboard and threw his cap in fire.
I can believe that.
Yeah. He was a character, Charlie was. And Acid Birch, he was another one. Bill Dreggs used to take it to Scarlet at Southport.
What for?
Warming the audience up.
Did he?
Oh, aye. I know we went for a night out with a few lads, and Little Tommy Kelly. Do you ever remember him? Little
No.
Tommy Kelly. He was a case Tommy. And he said, would you like coffee, black or white? He says, I'll have mine black with a drop of milk in. You don't remember Tommy Kelly? Little red-headed fella.
No.
Yeah.
I remember Tommy Bennett.
Oh, right, Tommy, yeah, the mass model.
Yeah, yeah.
He used to win in the boxing ring, yeah. He'd be either a boxer or a wrestler, Tommy, yeah.
Yeah.
1971, and Skelmersdale United return home in triumph following their FA Amateur Cup victory. Fans line the bottom of Old Sandy Lane to see their heroes return. But just further up the lane, trouble was brewing. The Development Corporation's plans to shut Sandy Lane brought anger to the town. It was a painful time for old Skemmers, especially as many had been moved out of their old homes to make way for the new ones. But if there was one issue which literally divided Skelmersdale, it was the closure of Sandy Lane, and it wasn't long before the news found its way into the national press.
By that time I was working, and I was working at the shoe court finished, and I was working at Durance, a big engineering firm, you know, just probably still going. But the phone rang, you see, so my boss was on the internal phone, so I picked the external one up, answered it, and it was one of our big clients, and by this time we got talking to each other so much that we were on Christian name terms. So, you men? I says, yes. Oh, he says, is Charles there? I says, yes. I said, Mary, what's this I've been reading in our paper about a stairway in the middle of one of your main roads? I said, I beg your pardon. He said, stairway in one of your main roads. I said, you're joking, are you? No, I've read it in the paper. I said, truly? He says, yes. I thought, well, he must be telling me the truth. How on earth does he know anything about it? Well, I just go, well, it's a monstrosity. And he howled laughing. And he'd read it in a London paper about this stairway in our Sandy Lane.
Well, my mother was still living in Skelmersdale, plus 2 sisters, plus 3 brothers. And I used to come over every holiday, school holiday, so that was Christmas, half term, Easter, half term, summer holidays, half term. And sometimes in the summer holiday I came over twice, so that although I hadn't time to really go around and look for the alterations, look what was still there and what had gone, you know, it was bit by bit that I saw what was being done. And I was actually on the council when the town was designated. So we had quite a few lively discussions, to put it mildly. Well, there was Tom Farrimond, who I think thought he was the leader of the council, but there were other people with equally strong. Albert Davis, Tom Mostyn, Davis and Mostyn, I think, were there as Labour councillors. There was Harry Hardman, who had his son, I think, still has the burial, the funeral parlour in Witham Road. Bill Gregson, Hugh Eden, I think would be Labour, Bill Gregson wasn't. Winnie Gregson, his wife, was also on for a period of time. John Shufflebottom, who died recently, he took over the post office for a while, he was on. I was on. There were 15 altogether, and they changed 5 each year. So when you stood for council, you were against 4 other people. And I can't help saying this, but I topped the poll. And that was after the new town was designated. So there were a lot of quiet ones who, you know, agreed with me. And there was one miner walking up Sandy Lane behind me, and I was pushing I think it was my daughter, the youngest one, in a pram. And he just walked up alongside me and he said, I don't agree with you and what you're saying about the new town. He says, but I voted for you because you've got to stand up and give your opinion. So, you know, I feel that perhaps in a way, perhaps a few people said, well, if she can, you know, stand up and be counted, so can we.